Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius December 31, 2022. Mercury turns retrograde in your social sector today, and some recent ideas, plans, or decisions can meet with delays. Friendships can be trickier to handle now, or there can be past acquaintances reappearing, and you might think about contacting an old friend. This retrograde cycle lasts until January 18th and can produce some fuzzy thinking or misunderstandings during this shift today. There can be wires crossed and annoying detours, so avoid big decisions or changes. However, overlooked details may come to light during this retrograde, giving you a chance to change your mind or make important refinements and edits. Today, new information about old matters can come to light, particularly about long-term projects or friends or through networking. Watch for a tendency to glamorize the past. A joyous day is written in the stars. As mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger of the mind and communication, swoops through the heavens like a dove, he will unite with none other than sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance and marriage. They are dancing together in the heights of your solar 11th house of communities, friendships, network, and online dating. You may have a sudden realization that you are in love with someone that you know or be on the receiving end of another person's attention. If single, be sure to be swiping, linking, connecting, and meeting new people. Weigh the pros and cons. You might feel bolder than usual about your self-worth as a professional and money matters during the first quarter moon in Aries. But this confidence could be slightly rocked by the fact that Mercury will also station retrograde in Capricorn today. Instead of investing in a new aspiration or branching out in your professional community, you should use Mercury retrograde to work through hiccups. Use this time to touch base with pursuing the dreams you have in motion and ensuring that you are on good terms with established professionals in your community. The moon's first visit to your income sector since Jupiter's return is a chance to not only get a feel for the planet of luck and expansion's return but for the difference this time. The planet that retrograded back out 2 months ago is not the same planet that returned last week, with nothing half measured about a new sense of what's possible and the drive to make it happen. You can organize your life to fit your needs, the options are there for the taking. If ever the planets were encouraging you realize that you are in the driver's seat, it is now. To bring the challenge down to a more tangible level, try challenging yourself to a more demanding physical routine. This could mean anything from starting to exercise for the first time in your life to deciding this is the year you will run a marathon. Either way, you are taking control. Call the family together for a meeting today. The essence of this day will serve you very well, as it enhances your ability to address more than a couple of people at a time. If there's something that needs to be announced or suggested to this most important group of people, now is the time. Sometimes addressing everyone at one time can be more effective than individually. Make a list of everything that you want to say, and then go for it. It is during Mercury's first full day in retrograde motion in your friendship sector that his alignment with Venus peaks. Now just 4 days away from leaving, Venus is looking to the future while Mercury has turned his focus onto the past and second chances. Today the two overlap, and with the laws of attraction and synchronicity in effect, this can create serendipitous new encounters or a chance to reconnect with the past. As the planet of communication, Mercury will be there to support Uranus in his final weeks in retrograde motion in your communication sector. As the year draws to a close, there is a chance to reflect on the journey that both matters of the heart and your relationships have taken you on. While recent months have left you with a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, it is next week's romantically charged full moon that will get the year off to a good start for matters of the heart. Our eyes in the sky. Your passionate, fiery side will be highlighted today as the moon takes its first steps in the sign of Aries. The energy here can become quite emotional, and the temptation to stay in bed and close out the world could be real. A connection between the moon and Jupiter could also make you feel overwhelmed, especially when it comes to responsibilities. It might not be easy to put on a brave face this morning, so be gentle with yourself and others as everyone attempts to navigate this messy cosmic climate. You will feel slightly out of sync with the people around you today. Try not to blame yourself for this phenomenon. Realize that this simply has to do with the difficult cosmic energy of the day. Relations will be better tomorrow. Wait it out. Don't be too quick to judge someone else's work. You may think it is wrong simply because you don't understand it. Take your time and ask questions before jumping to the conclusion that the work has been done incorrectly. You may learn something. As we continue into the evening, the moon squares the sun, creating some emotional fluctuations, and you might feel more sensitive than usual. This is a good time to release any fears or hurt feelings you might be harboring. Give yourself permission to unplug and save significant conversations for another day. It's important to put yourself and your well-being first. Take a moment to let go of anything you feel is holding you back, so you can head into the new year feeling refreshed. Strong-willed people may stand in your way today. Do your best to avoid them altogether. Their thinking is not along the same lines as yours. Communication with these types of people is only going to complicate matters instead of clarifying them. Mercury begins its retrograde journey in Capricorn today, so prepare yourself for the usual miscommunications and aggravations that accompany this transit. Stay calm and carry on. After midnight, messenger planet Mercury stations retrograde for the final time this year in pragmatic Capricorn. As this station coincides with the new year, we may opt to be a bit more flexible in setting our resolutions for 2023 now. At the very least, consider leaving them open to revision until Mercury stations direct on January 18th. Mercury retrograde will do its thing, provoking misunderstandings, crashing electronics, and causing us to voice sentiments at inopportune times. Most of all, it will force us to reflect upon our goals. As we make decisions heading into January, treat yourself with patience and give others a bit of grace. Don't get down on yourself if you aren't immediately successful on your first attempt at a new venture. You may feel as if your support group is leaving you high and dry today. Perhaps you are given a task with very little guidance on how to complete it. Don't worry. Have confidence in yourself. You are given nothing you can't handle yourself. Following this, the moon enters Aries, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, the moon and Jupiter are the only planets transiting fire signs. With so many planets in earth signs now, we need this extra boost of enthusiasm to keep us motivated. To optimally channel this energy, seek out physical activities to get your body moving. Especially in the northern hemisphere, these colder months can turn us into couch potatoes. Get your circulation going and watch as your mood is boosted.